dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Dakota Makris. Some areas got several inches of rain this morning as heavy rain moved through the mountains. Even hearing some rumbles of thunder here at the station tonight. Meteorologist Evan Hatter continues our severe weather alert.
That's right, Dakota. This morning's heavy rain moved out as we headed into the afternoon, but some more is beginning to move into parts of the Cumberland Valley, and even here in Hazard, we've heard some thunder. Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel also told me she was hearing some thunder down in southern Perry County, so we're starting to see heavy rain move back into the mountains as we've gone through this evening. Heaviest rain right now is south of 421, right along the 75 corridor and moving to the east. The heaviest pocket of rain right over Pine Knot in parts of southern McCreary County. We're actually seeing several lightning strikes right there, so we're actually going to see the potential for a little bit of thunder and lightning as we go through the overnight hours. Not expecting much in the way of overly severe weather, but we're really going to have to keep an eye on the chances for some flooding. You see the whole loop over the last 6 hours or so. We had some heavy-ish rain come through early this evening, and now another batch of moderate to heavy rain beginning to move in over areas that do not need to see it. Some places already saw over 2.5 inches of rain this morning, and fortunately more to go. Flood watch in effect for the entire area till Monday morning. Flood advisories, flood warnings in place. Temperatures out there are going to be warming up as we go through the overnight. This is associated with a warm front that's really going to boost our temperatures tomorrow, and I'll have details on that and more rounds of heavy rain coming up in a little bit. Dakota.
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, neighbors throughout southeastern Kentucky are experiencing flooding conditions. John Lowe has more details on some of the hardest hit areas and how one family is bracing for impact.
For the Hurley family, it seems like it's just one thing after another.
Well, you can see behind us, it's almost up to the yard back there. If it keeps raining anymore, it would be.
Just a week after an ice storm devastated the region, rain and mud flooding areas all over southeastern Kentucky, making roads impassable and rocks slide down mountains. Tiffany Hurley fears she'll lose power again after just getting it back on.
This place, every time something bad hits, we always lose power. I don't care if it's just a little windstorm, we're always losing power. And we're always the last people to get power back.
And she says it may only be a matter of time before she'll have to take her family out of the holler entirely.
If it gets up any higher, we all start panicking and we start loading our stuff up to leave. When it starts hitting that bridge over there, you can hear it like echoes or something. Yeah. That's when I think we should leave.
With waters rising and more rain on the way, the Hurleys and other families in Pike County now preparing to have their lives drenched with obstacles once again.
It'll probably get worse before it gets better.
Reporting in Pike County, John Lowe, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, flooding has also been reported in Floyd and Clay counties, as well as Buchanan County in Virginia. The morning rain causing issues for people in Knott County. Now we are expected to get even more. After recent snow and ice storms, community members are now dealing with another form of headache, rain and flooding. Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson urges his county to be safe when out and about.
If you're out, please do not try to go through any flooded roadways. Our safety is our main concern. Just please, if you have any issues or any washouts, people can feel free to reach out to me on Facebook as well. I've done some Facebook posts, but we're getting to you as quickly as possible.
Now, Dobson says that there are no known power outages in the area due to the rain. And for the latest on breaking weather updates, you can download our WYMT News app. After being hit by our winter storm, neighbors in Clay County have been fighting another battle with Mother Nature, flooding. Grayson Passmore spoke to folks there. They tell her they hadn't seen water that high in years. She shows us some of the aftermath from today's flooding and how neighbors are preparing for the possibility of more to come.
I got up at 4:30. My fiance Kathy was getting ready for work, and she was heading out the door about 5. and we was underwater.
Sonny Crafton says within the snap of his finger, the porch on his home on Beach Creek Road in Manchester had flooded.
Just 1 minute it was passable, the next minute it wasn't. We was completely underwater, and it went up, up to our knees.
Not only was this main road flooded by early morning rain, Crafton is now dealing with unthinkable damage around his home.
Landscaping, shrubbery's gone, steps on the porch is destroyed, cars was underwater, they're destroyed, driveway's destroyed. It's a mess. It's a bad mess.
As more rain is possible Saturday night, there's one thing going through Crafton's mind right now.
Worried, just very worried about it, trying to pick up, clean up, trying to get tiles cleaned out, getting ready for the next round of rain.
Crafton's seen bad flooding in Clay County, but says he's never seen the area go underwater this quickly before. In Manchester, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Crafton says county crews and the whole community have been working together to help clear roads in between all of the rain. He says, speaking from experience, he advises anyone who comes across a flooded road not to drive through it. He says that flood water is often a lot deeper than it may look. Well, in his Saturday update, Governor Andy Beshear reported new COVID-19 cases. The governor announcing 1,025 new cases today. The statewide total increased to 403,947. There were 25 new deaths reported as well. The death toll stands at 4,625, and the positivity rate is now 5.56%, and at least 47,525 Kentuckians have recovered from the virus. And for more on COVID-19 here in Kentucky, you can always head over to our website, WYMT.com. Harlan County's Judge Executive Dan Mosley has made the decision to switch political parties. WYMT's Chas Jenkins brings us his reason for doing so.
Believing in doing what is right for his county, regardless of political affiliation.
We owe it to those people to work for them every single day, no matter the letter that's next to our name.
In a recent Facebook video, Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley announced he was switching political parties, from being a lifelong Democrat to now becoming a Republican.
I've heard from people throughout the county, throughout the state. Some agree and some disagree, but everybody has been very, very respectful, and I appreciate that.
Judge Executive Mosley calling on all other politicians to work together.
Focus on the needs of the people that we serve, because every decision that is made at the federal, state, or local level impacts someone individually.
In spite of the party change, Mosley says he will still work with his fellow officials.
Whether it's Democrats or Republicans, all have, they understand what our situation is in Harlan County and really throughout eastern Kentucky.
Saying just because he changed parties does not mean he has changed his love for the county or its people.
I'm the same person that I've always been. I'm going to work hard for the people of this county as long as they give me the opportunity to do so.
Believing in what he thinks is right. In Harlan, Chas Jenkins, WYMT, Mountain News.
You can watch the Judge Executive's Facebook video over on our website. Now stay with us. More news is on the way.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year, with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Introducing Flexible Mirror, the bendable, light-up magnification mirror that comes to you. Just stick it on and turn the base. The super suction locking mechanism means you can put it on any smooth surfaced place. You can get Flexible Mirror for just $19.99 and free shipping on your entire order. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-355-7476. That's 1-800-355-7476, or order online at tryflexiblemirror.com.
Do you need to develop new work skills to re-enter the job market or upgrade your skills to keep up with an ever-changing job environment? The Center for Rural Development's Coal Impacted Skills Training Program is providing grant funding assistance to unemployed and underemployed individuals in 35 counties. To see if you qualify, call 677-6000 or visit Centratech.com for more information.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Download the Pray.com app today.
This is Pretty Litter, the world's smartest cat litter. Its ultralight, super absorbent formula traps odors, and its crystals change colors to help you monitor your cat's health. Plus, Pretty Litter offers free delivery. Order today at prettylitter.com.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Mountain News. Severe Weather Alert Day continues here at WYMT. We're watching more heavy rain moving back into the mountains. You can kind of see where that axis of heavy rain is. Notice most of us in those middle 50s so far tonight. Monticello sitting at 59. It's along a warm front that we're starting to see an increase in the rainfall moving back in. Flood watch in effect for everybody until Monday morning. We also have flood advisories. That's these kind of lighter green, and then these bright green. Those are flood warnings along the Kentucky River. Here's pinpoint Doppler as of right now. Heaviest axis of rain from basically, let's say, Prestonsburg on through Hazard, back through London, down towards Monticello. Another heavy strike, moderate to heavy rain moving in. We've even seen a few lightning strikes, some rumbles of thunder right now just south of Williamsburg, Whitley County, about to cross the interstate. A little cell right there with some thunder and lightning with it. And I'm going to turn on what we call the rainfall rate. And in some spots, we're seeing rainfall rates of 1.75 inches per hour. So these are efficient rainfall producers in an area that does not need to see any more rain. This was the area that got hit pretty hard this morning with over 2.5 inches of rainfall. In fact, the Kentucky Mesonet sites in Wayne County got almost 3 inches of rain this morning. And now we're adding even more rain on top of that. Backing this all out, you see along this warm front, it's not just us. It goes basically from Pikeville to Paducah and out into portions of Missouri. And this whole area will be lifting northward as we go through the nighttime hours, but we're not done with the rainfall. Future view, timing things out. This model hasn't been handling things the best, but we're going to keep an eye on it. This whole area of rain moves to the north. Notice 55 Hazard, 61 as you head into the Cumberland Valley. That rain is really coming down now with that heavier band moving over Hazard right now. As we head into tomorrow morning, the northern counties, that's what's painting. Along and north of the Interstate 64 corridor being the prime areas for the heavy rainfall tomorrow, and even as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Notice, Future View's got some of us getting into the low 70s. That is fuel for a line of showers and embedded thunderstorms that looks to move through as we go into late tomorrow night, about this time tomorrow night, if not a little later, and through the early morning hours on Monday. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this all the way through the day tomorrow. And as we start the day on Monday, when we finally start to get the rain on out of here, and it could be quite a bit of rain. First off, marginal risk, a 1 out of 5 for severe weather for the day tomorrow. Not expecting a ton in the way of severe weather, but you could see a stray wind gust or two. But the rainfall is going to be the biggest threat. Some of our models kind of showing you what they say this evening. On nearly 3 inches of rain in some cases. That was the European, 2 to 2.5 inches from our GFS model, and in some spots, this is the North American model showing nearly 1 inch to 2 inches of further rainfall. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it as we go through the remainder of the night. Your extended forecast, where your weekend is always in view, brought to you by Community Trust Bank. Soggy day tomorrow. We cool back down into Monday, and we're finally settling into a bit of a quieter pattern for the middle of next week. With highs near 60 on Thursday, we're just going to have to keep an eye on the potential for some more rainfall moving back in late next week and into next weekend. Dakota?
All right, Evan, definitely busy. Well, the FDA has granted emergency use approval for Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine, making it the third vaccine in the nation's war against the virus. And President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan moves to the Senate after the Democrat-led House passed the measure earlier today without a single Republican vote. CBS News correspondent Danya Backus has more from Los Angeles.
With the U.S. approaching 29 million confirmed COVID-19 cases, the FDA on Saturday approved a third vaccine for emergency use. J&J's vaccine showed 85% efficacy against severe illness and complete protection against COVID-19 deaths 28 days after getting the shot.
The more vaccines that have high efficacy that we can get into play, the better there is.
Distribution of Johnson & Johnson single-dose shot, which can be stored in a regular refrigerator, could be well underway this coming week.
We have no time to waste.
Earlier, President Biden thanked the House for passing his nearly $2 trillion COVID relief plan early Saturday and said he hopes it receives quick action in the Senate.
We are one step closer to putting $1,400 in the pockets of Americans. We're one step closer to extending unemployment benefits for millions of Americans who are shortly going to lose them.
Democrats want the measure on the president's desk before enhanced federal unemployment benefits expire on March 14th. The COVID relief bill met unanimous opposition from House Republicans.
Democrats are so embarrassed by all the non-COVID waste in this bill. They are jamming it through in the dead of night. We ran the numbers. The amount of money that actually goes to defeating the virus is less than 9%.
And it's likely to face more GOP challenges in the Senate, especially over Democrats' hope to pass a minimum wage hike that would gradually bring it to $15 an hour. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Now, on Thursday, the nonpartisan Senate parliamentarians said a provision that would let Democrats push through a minimum wage hike would violate the upper chamber's rules. Now, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Joe Namath here, and if you're on Medicare, this is important. You're now entitled to eliminate copays and get dental care, dentures, eyeglasses, prescription coverage, in-home aids, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals, all at no additional cost. Plus, your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month.
I called to get dental, transportation, meals, and the Give Back benefit.
With this virus situation, I called to get everything I'm entitled to. I couldn't believe I was missing out on so many benefits.
With the uncertainty of the virus, you need to get everything you're entitled to. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-867-0566. That's 1-800-867-0566 now.
I would never expected that my sunroof would have cost me $1,600. Thankfully, I had insurance and it was covered.
I saw the bill was over $1,200. What I paid was a $100 deductible.
As a mechanic, I always recommend my customers have an auto protection plan. You never know when a breakdown can strike, and you need coverage you can count on.
A broken AC unit costs over $1,800. Transmission, over $3,000. And an engine, over $4,000.
In the lifespan of my policy with Endurance, I've had 5 claims. That is $3,500 that I've kept in my pocket.
Call now and we'll upgrade you to an Endurance Elite membership free with thousands of dollars of benefits at no extra cost. We offer affordable down payments, low monthly plans, and a money-back guarantee.
So don't drive another second without total protection from Endurance.
Call 800-315-6779 for a free quote. That's 800-315-6779.
Well, welcome back. Our parent company, Gray Television, teamed up with the Grand Ole Opry and Circle TV to host a benefit for those impacted by COVID-19 and the recent winter storms. The proceeds will go towards Feeding America, which helps local organizations. Allison Baker from our sister station has more on how Feeding America helps Kentuckians in need.
Food insecurity is a major challenge for many of those living in South Central Kentucky, and Feeding America said numbers of those who were in need of assistance jumped due to the pandemic.
Food insecurity jumped tremendously in our service area once this pandemic hit. 1 in 5 people now will find themselves food insecure at some point during this pandemic, and 1 in 3 children can face hunger at this point during this pandemic. So those numbers are pretty staggering.
There are several outlets across South Central Kentucky you can visit for help, and United Way's 211 line can provide you assistance to find those organizations that can help you if you find yourself struggling.
And there are people in our community that have never had to ask for help before.
and those who've never had to ask for help don't know where to go. When you don't have food to put on the table, you really don't need to go to 3 or 4 different places trying to find those resources. So 211 is a very easy to remember number that individuals can call, and we'll connect them to services in their community. 211 serves the entire Brad area. For those who may not have access to make a phone call and talk to someone, you can also text. You text 898-211 and enter your zip code, and we will work with you through text, getting you the information you need about resources.
One local food bank in Bowling Green includes the Salvation Army. Every other Thursday, the Salvation Army switches between produce boxes and meal boxes. They also offer daily warm meals for people who are staying there and for those who want to grab a meal to go.
And then on every other Thursday, we do food boxes, in which we'll take some of the product that you see here in our warehouse, and we box them up and add meat products, bread products, and so forth, so that a family can get enough food to last them for that week.
Also in Glasgow, the First Christian Church has worked hard to grow their food pantry over the past few years. They are able to feed around 70 to 74 families a month.
With Feeding America, we have the opportunity to get access to different food supplies than we normally would.
Now, the special aired earlier tonight, but if you missed it, it will re-air after our broadcast. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will have highlights of Kentucky's game against Florida on our Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Now, stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Filet-O-Fish is completed with a half slice of cheese. Is its bun half empty or half full? We'd say the latter.
Mix and match your faves like the Filet-O-Fish or Big Mac. Now get any 2 for $5.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
According to U.S. News and World Report, 3 of the top 4 hotels in Alabama are part of the Resort Collection on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, the Grand Hotel Golf Resort and Spa in Point Clear, and the Marriott Shoals Hotel and Spa in Florence. Book your trip at rtjgolf.com and make your plans to play and stay on Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
Buying a home. It's likely the largest purchase you'll ever make. And choosing a bank is one of your most important decisions. Choose wisely. Choose Community Trust Bank to get you home. With over a century of mortgage experience, we're committed to the highest standards of personalized service. For strengths only a community bank can offer, look to Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Ally presents the song recorded live at TGL Farms, bringing you some of the most iconic music ever written by the artists and the songwriters that made them famous. Featuring exclusive stories and incredible performances by artists from every genre and every era. And the only place to see this celebration of legendary hits is on The Song, recorded live at TGL Farms.
The Filet-O-Fish is completed with a half slice of cheese. Is its bun half empty or half full? We'd say the latter.
Mix and match your faves like the Filet-O-Fish or Big Mac. Now get any 2 for $5.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Sky Alert Weather, sponsored by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome into the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Show, Saturday night edition. I'm Camille Gear. We have a lot coming your way tonight on the hardwood. Some local colleges in postseason mode, plus highlights from every single game at the Big Blue Coaches versus Cancer Classic over at Buckhorn. But first, as always, we start with the Kentucky Wildcats going for their 4th straight win. Let's head to Rupp Arena for our W.D. Bryant Cats Corner. It was senior day at Rupp. Davion Mintz, Olivier Sarr, and Riley Welch all honored. First half looking good for the Cats. BJ Boston stepping into 3. Then it's Davion Mintz with the steal. He takes it in. Count the bucket. The Cats go up as many as 12 points in the first half. Florida, though, would cut the lead down. Colin Castleman hitting Anthony Durgee for the two-handed flush. Gators down 1 at the break. Let's skip to the second. Florida taking the lead early in the half. Noah Locke putting Florida up 2 with the 3. The other end, it's Jacob Toppin with another big game. He splashes home the 3. Let's head down the road. Defense leading to offense for Kentucky. Devin Askew, no good. Toppin is hopping on the putback. I like that. Cats up by 1 with under 4 minutes. Now stop me if you've heard this before. They couldn't hold on. I think that might be the name of the game all season right there. Terrell Appleby with the 3. Then Trey Mann with the dagger. The step back jumper will fall for the Gators. And like my dad would say, if you ain't a Gator, you a Gator hater. Florida splits the season series with a 71-67 win. Trey Mann and Davion Mintz each with 21 points. Coach Cal frustrated with the ending once again.
But give them credit. Florida did what they had to. We're up 1. We got our chances. Here we go. Let's win this thing. And, no daggers, shots that were available to us. We missed. Take a bad shot. Instead of trying to get fouled, I'm just going to throw one at the bat. It's losing basketball.
So the Cats travel to Ole Miss on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. a late one. You can watch that one on ESPN on Tuesday evening. Cats with just 2 games left. It's so hard to believe we are almost to March, and that concludes our W.D. Bryant Cats Corner. Let's go to the ACC now. It's Louisville and Duke battling it out. Jeremy Roach hitting the pull-up jumper in the second half. Game tied at 44. Samuel Williamson, though, making the layup right here to go to give Louisville a 1-point lead. It's now 58-57. We're heading to overtime, folks. It's Jalen Withers laying it in, and he draws the foul along the way. So Louisville goes up 72-67, and they would go on to win this one by 80-73. Keon Johnson and the Tennessee Volunteers on the road to take on Allen Flanagan and the Auburn Tigers. Let's go to the second half. It's Jaden Springer drawing in the defense, and he bounces it to John Fulkerson for the easy layup. Then Allen Flanagan with some big buckets on the day. First one gets the layup to fall, plus the foul. That one will be the 3-pointer to get Auburn the lead. They go up by 7, 62-55. Jalen Williams rolling to the rim, and Allen Flanagan gets it to him for the wide open dunk right here. So Auburn goes up by 8, 68-60. They upset the Volunteers 77-72, the final. Let's go to Fayetteville, Arkansas. LSU and number 20 Arkansas. First half, Josh LeBlanc. Senior blocks on JT Note's shot. Javonte Smart benefits with the transition 3. LSU leads by 9 points. Second half now. Razorbacks woke up. They missed the shot from LSU, and Devontae Davis with the fast break layup and some intensity along the way at 68-54. Razorbacks. Later in the half, more of the same. Devontae Davis with the steal in transition, getting the layup to go, plus the foul, the good old-fashioned 3-point play. So Arkansas goes up 21. They take down the Tigers in a big way, 83-75. The final. Alabama down in Starkville, Mississippi, taking on them Dogs. Javon Quinterly opening the corner with a 3-pointer right there. But let's go early to the second half now. Mississippi State going on a run. Davion Smith driving in the lane. He makes the runner to cut Alabama's lead to 8 points. So we've got 54 seconds left in this game. Alabama, as time ticks down, it's Shane Rojas hitting a critical 3-pointer from the corner. Alabama holds on to get the win in this one, 64-59, the final. Well, we're just getting started, so I hope you guys are in for the long haul because we've got plenty more coming your way. When we come back, we head to Buckhorn for the Big Blue Coaches versus Cancer Classic.
Dodie Bryant and Corbin and Williamsburg, providing materials you need to take your plan from concept to completion.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a new SUV this winter, you gotta run the numbers. Let's start with one, because Toyota Highlander is #1, holding its value better than anything in its class. There's also the best-in-class 12.3-inch touchscreen and the 580 miles Highlander Hybrid can go on a tank of gas. Now, when you run the numbers, you can get $1,750 customer cash on any new Highlander, or get a great lease for just $269 a month. Run the numbers and save. Toyota, let's go places.
Get in the circle.
A new network invites you into the circle, where you'll get all that country has to offer.
Contact your local cable company to get in the circle.
Join me in the circle.
Give yourself a moment to get comfortable and cozy as you settle in for tonight's story, based on the Gospels.
Fall asleep now with Bible bedtime stories, exclusively on the Pray.com app.
Welcome back to the show. Let's head to Buckhorn for the Big Lou Coaches versus Cancer Classic. Game 1 of the day, a tip-off between a top 10 battle. It's Hazard and the South Rural Cardinals. Let's start in the third. Caden Jones with the skip pass to Micah Anders for the 3. Jones can do it himself. Working down the block, down 2. Cards up 8 at the end of 3. Let's go to the fourth quarter now. Dogs turning up the heat. Chris Jones working down low. Somehow he gets the reverse lay-in to go. How about that? And it's going to be Wade Pelfrey pushing in transition, getting to the cup for the easy deuce. Hazard would get the lead down to 1. Cards, though, would close well, though. Ball movement finds Parker Payne. He knows what to do with it, as he always does. Cardinals hold off Hazard 54-47. Up next in game number 2, Trent Noah and the Harlan County Black Bears taking on Wilgus Tolson and Wolf County early on. Tolson driving and kicking out to Jazz Johnson for the 3. Time winding down in the quarter. It's Tolson putting up a prayer. It's answered. It's 15-5. Wolf after 1. Second quarter. Here comes Harlan County forcing the turnover. Tyler Cole finishing it off in transition. But let's go to some defense, to some offense. This time it's Maddox Huff with the steal and the finish. Black Bears will go up by 3 points at the break. Okay, let's go to the second half now. Third quarter, Wolf County answering 3, no good, but Skylar Ritchie there for the putback, and he is heading to the charity stripe. Harlan County, though, answers in a big way. Ball will find the freshman again, Trent Noah. Butter on the 3 ball. He is money. Then Noah pushing, hits Daniel Carmichael. Bottom from 3, so it's 13-0 in the third for the Black Bears. Wolves late push, not enough in this one. Harlan County wins 67-58. Let's go now to a 14th region matchup. It's Leslie County and number 9 Knott Central. Back and forth. Trenton Day in transition, taking the contact, gets the bucket to go, plus the foul. Other end of the ball. New Transylvania commit. It's Colby Napier doing what he does best, knocking down the tray ball. We're tied, folks, at 14. Into the quarter, it's Day again, feeding the buzzer. Woo! Eagles go up by 3. Second quarter now. Who else but Day? One more time in transition. Carbon copy of the first and 1, doing it all for the Leslie County Eagles. Now here comes Knott Central, though, senior to senior. Kent Dameron hitting Napier for a 3. Pats go up by 4 at the half. Let's head to the third quarter now. Knott starting to pull away in this one. Josh McGuire with the deuce. He scored his 1,000th point today. Congratulations to him. And Dameron in transition. He finds Kaiser Sloan for the hoop. And the holler. Pats up 12 at the end of 3. They would hold off a late comeback from the Eagles. They win 65-58. Let's go to the third out of 6 games on the day. It's Betsy Lane and number 10 Breathitt Bobcats struggling to hold on to the ball. Brady Robinson coming up with it. He's going to lob it down the court to Chase Mims. Betsy Lane off to a hot start in this one. Jalen Turner, though, turning on the heat. for Breathitt County. He tries the three. The bank will be open for him, but the Breathitt County Bobcats are down by 1 at the end of the first. Loose ball here. Andrew Kidd coming up with it. He pushes it up the court, hits Robinson for the lay-in. He's making it look easy today. Then how about the steal and the dunk here from Robinson? Betsy Lane will lead by 2 points at the break. Let's go to the second half now. It's the freshman driving to the cup. He gets the hoop plus the hom. That's Austin Perry right there. Chase Mims, though, just says, hey, guess what? You just did that? Well, I can do the exact same thing. He's heading to the charity stripe. Betsy Lane goes up by 10 at this point. And how about the give-and-go action here? It's Frazier to Robinson, then back to Frazier for the two-handed slam. He's fired up after that one. And that's all she wrote in this one. Betsy Lane, 67, Breathitt County, 51. Let's still stay at Buckhorn all day long. It's East Ridge and Perry Central. We'll start this one in the second half. Perry up by 2. Good ball movement from the Warriors. Ends up in the hands of Hunter Dameron. Timeout, Perry Central. So then we go to some defense. Look at the steal here. It's Gavin Riley getting it done, but it's blocked by Tyler Day. Warriors, though, they get the rebound and the 2 points. So we're tied at 37 at the end of the third. But here comes Ridge Beverly. He gets the easy lay-in. Doors go up by 5 points. Then this time in transition, Beverly putting on the moves for the 2-point conversion. So the Commodores pull away and they outscore the Warriors 18-5 in the fourth quarter. So they will win 55-42. In the nightcap, it's Prestonsburg versus Buckhorn. Of course, all of these games honoring the late Lou Hoskins. Let's start this one in the beginning. Black Cats coming in hot. Ryan Rose splashing into 3. Peaburg down by 3 points. Then Caleb Jarvis making it look like cake. So easy with the lay-in. He gets the old-fashioned 3-point play heading to the charity stripe. Leads now 5 points. Buckhorn, good ball movement. 3 attempts, no good, but Nick Whitaker is there for the cleanup, so Wildcats down by 8. But then how about some defense here? Hayden Neese, he gets the steal and the hoop, and he's feeling it after. Wildcats will cut it to 3 after that score. All Buckhorn in the second half, they win 69-54, the final. Well, 2 periods down and just 1 more to go tonight. When we come back, we head back to the hardwood as the Union Bulldogs look for their 8th straight title. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for my friends at Total Pharmacy Care. Our lobbies are open, and we're following all the safety guidelines, and things are better, but it's not a time to let your guard down on your health. Make sure you tell your doctor to send your prescription to Total Pharmacy Care. They spend 100% of their time making sure that you and your prescription is right and explaining your medication. Now, there are 5 locations to serve you: Pikeville, Belfry, Phelps, Martin, and Prestonsburg. Total Pharmacy Care. It's not just a name, it's a promise.
This is a tale of 2 kitties. This kitty uses ordinary litter. This kitty uses pretty litter, the world's smartest cat litter, and it's delivered right to your door. Its ultra-light, super absorbent formula traps odors, and it does something no ordinary clay litter can do. Pretty Litter's color-changing crystals make it easy to monitor your cat's health, helping to avoid serious illness. She's switching to Pretty Litter. Smart move. Try Pretty Litter risk-free for 30 days. When you sign up, get free delivery. Go to prettylitter.com.
Today, women with nighttime urinary incontinence don't have to wake up wet. Wake up dry with the PureWick system, an innovative breakthrough system for managing female urinary incontinence at night.
Morning, Mom. Good morning. How did you sleep? Better, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, good.
The PureWick system works outside the body to draw urine away, helping to keep skin dry and control odor. The PureWick system is a non-invasive option for management of moderate to severe urinary incontinence. It can also reduce trips to the bathroom, which is a known cause of nighttime falls. Now, nighttime falls can be one less thing to lose sleep over.
Medicare now covers the PureWick female external catheter. Call 800-653-7054 today to see if you qualify for Medicare reimbursement. That's 800-653-7054.
Closed captioning presented by Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds, serving Eastern Kentucky for Social Security and Federal Black Lung.
Welcome back to the show. Time now for some highlights from colleges at the local level. It's Union and Tennessee Wesleyan for the Appalachian Athletic Conference Championship. It's Irvin with the jumper right here. It's going to be money. Bulldogs go up by 5 in the first. Let's go to the second half now. It's Irvin again, this time with the pass to Jacob Kinney. He gets the bucket to fall. And for the 8th year in a row, yes, you heard that right, 8, 4 plus 4, the Bulldogs are the Appalachian Athletic Conference champions. They win 79-64. Congratulations to them. Let's go to senior day at Morehead State. The Eagles already locking up the 2 seed for the OVC tournament, hosting first place Belmont. As usual, MSU offense runs through Johnny Broom, the freshman, with another double-double. Grayson Murphy with the drive and the impossible scoop. That shot will fall. Lead changing 3 times in the first half. Late being on this buzzer beater 3-pointer by Skylar Potter. He had 18 in this one. Eagles up 1 at the break. Second half, Davon Cooper driving baseline and throws it down, 2 of his 16 points on the day. And it's Talon Cooper taking it to the basket. The layup off the glass. Morehead State up 9 with a minute left in regulation. But Belmont fought back within 3 and they tie it up. So folks, we are headed to overtime, knotted at 74. In OT, Talon Cooper with the steal. He goes the distance for the contested layup. Eagles add 13 of 14 at the free throw line. Morehead State earns its 20th win of the season, 89-82 over the Belmont Bruins. Let's go to Wise, Virginia. UVA Wise women in the SAC tournament against Queens. And Nia Vazant getting the backdoor layup to fall. Let's go to the third quarter now, lead up to 16 in transition. It's Vazant again avoiding the defender for the bucket. Cavs up by 18. Then Cavs working inside. Nothing but good ball movement from UVA. Wise, they find who else but Vazant. She cashes in the 3. Kaylee Johnson, who led the Cavs with 30 points on the day. They roll to the quarterfinals, 85-63. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm sure myself and Willie Hope will be back next Friday with some more high school basketball action. Again, it's so hard to believe that we were so close to March and so close to district in the region tournaments, and I'm really looking forward to it. But until then, have a great night, guys.